So the Farrok are a fire sentient consciousness, galactic consciousness, that have a very, they do some deep toning sometimes. They'll come through with some deep toning if you hear that.
He's starting to glow again.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've come through. Zuko sia hua si kaya tua sia kua hi taia tua Hezu hi zia kuta hi tia u si kaya tia utu Hezu kia hu Hiazua, hiataya, hia, huazia, kaya, hiazia, kotaya, hia, tua, hiatia, kia, tua, sia, hia, tukotaya, tia, tua, tia, sia, kia, hu, tia, hia, kia, tia, tutua, hitea, kia, tu, sia, hitia, tutuya, hikaya, tia. Yes, we are the Farrok.
Greetings, greetings. Thank you. And I know the channeler is still connecting in a minute, so we'll give you a moment to do the clearing of energies as we've been enjoying them. That fire element is very intense when it comes through.
Sia, kia, tia, hitu, hia, ituku, tihaya, tia. Tu, hia, hu, hia, sia, kia, hu. We are assimilating our energies with yours, sia, hu, tu, and with the channels, tia, hia. Tu. Tua ia sia ko te ia tuko haia tia ko sia kia ia kia kuto ia tia ia suia kia hu sia kia tia hu ia sia ka kia tu ia sia Here, Sikuto, ya see Tukua, ya tu ya. We extend our deep vibrations to balance and ground you. Sia ku, hazia kahia tuku tia sia u sikaya titia uta. Hazia kutaye hia ia tsikia tuku ya sia ya kia ku tsukutaya hia tukua hia sikitaya.
Thank you.
We may answer questions now.
Thank you so much. Anyone in the group have a question? Please come off mute and ask your question.
I can ask a question.
Thank you.
I've always been curious. Does a caterpillar know it's going to turn into a butterfly, or is it just something that happens and they're surprised?
The transformation of the caterpillar to the butterfly is something that is part of its collective consciousness structure, something that it is instinctual, something it just knows to do. It is something that what you would call as part of your DNA that is built in So just like you do not need to think about your bodily processes, your breathing, for example, your heart beating, the digestion of your food through your intestines, different bodily functions that are automatic, that are not something you need to consciously put into motion. This is a similar analogy to what this being of a caterpillar to a butterfly, this transformation, just like you transform your energies into different dimensional realities, or shifting of energies, or transmuting of higher to lower energies and anchoring them into your earth. This process of alchemy, for you are all alchemists in this way, that it is something that your energetic form has as part of its structure. One moment. All right, we are back. This one needed a momentary break
No worries.
to
Yeah,
itch herself.
one of the main reasons I was curious about that is I know, as part of the ascension process, human beings don't necessarily have to be awake for that process to occur, for ascension to occur, and our bodies to change. And then since we are the way showers, we're aware that, this process will happen, but others are not. So I was just kind of curious, turning from a caterpillar to a butterfly, is that something they know is coming, or um, it's a surprise when it happens?
There will be signposts along your path, indicators as to your ascending consciousness, your enlightenment process, things that you and many of the in this group especially have experienced, different releasing of the old energies that are of a denser nature, that you've been transmuting, that you've been releasing through your forgiveness practices, allowing these things to be transmuted from your emotional bodies, for example, or what you've felt physically, such as bodily aches and pains, or vibrations in your physical structure, or head pressure, or quantum energies circling about you. These sensations are all part of these energetic shifts that allow you to move to higher densities, higher states of being, that help expand your awareness to your own multidimensional natures, that you begin to be aware of receiving telepathic messages, or aware of losing tracks of time, which seems as if you are daydreaming, or in periods of falling asleep and then awakening, but you don't recall falling asleep. It is just you have momentarily shifted into another reality and shifting back with a vague recollection of where you have been or this missing time. But as you become even more aware of time being an illusionary concept, as you connect in with the higher realms, that time appears to no longer exist in your day-to-day reality for many of you, or seems to pass either quickly or slowly from moment to moment, or you are in more of a present state of beingness, that upon the ascension path, the enlightenment path, you become more aware of these things that are changing within your reality as your consciousness changes, as your thought forms are what manifests your reality for you, your belief systems. And this is something you've become more consciously aware of, things that are quickly manifesting as you think about them, these synchronicities that are showing up in your lives within moments to hours at a much quicker pace than before. That for those that have chosen ascension within this lifetime or other lifetimes, it is something that comes into your gradual awareness. It is something that you have put into your soul's blueprint to experience in a particular lifetime. But it may not come to all at once, obviously. It is something that is similar to breadcrumbs given to you along a trail to follow, to continue to be curious, continue to discover, continue to expand as more is revealed to you. For if too much is given up front, as you might say, then you would not want to go through all of the so-called trials and tribulations of learning, of experiences upon your earthly plane that can be challenging at times, that you would want to skip ahead to the prize, the end result, the higher dimensions of the fifth dimension, that you would want to bypass some of these learning lessons that you are here to experience. And so that is why your ability to comprehend what is to come along your future path is given to you in small increments and not revealed all at once.
I see. Thank you for that explanation. And if I may, I just have one other question. So during my recent experience in Egypt, when I walked into the Temple of Karnak, I had a feeling of my loss of breath, dizziness, and I felt something lift off of my heart. Could you tell me what that was about?
You have a connection with Amenhotep.
Amenhotep.
Amenhotep And you had a lifetime in the Karnak region as a high priest. One moment. Your name was Tanek. T-A-N-E-K. Tanek. And you were a high priest for Amenhotep during his reign, an advisor to the pharaoh, in a sense, in spiritual matters, in alchemical matters of transformation. But in that lifetime, you felt a heavy weight upon your shoulders to provide the right information, or information that would be well received. And you sometimes felt that you not necessarily failed, but that in your quest to be truthful, to be true in your revelations, that sometimes this affected others negatively, that, or that they didn't perhaps want to hear it, or were ready to hear it, or ready to accept the information, even if it was truthful. And so you felt pulled in two directions, in a sense, in serving your pharaoh, in fulfilling your duties, but at the same time wanting to please others, wanting to succeed or be well received by your constituents. That is something that your ego desired, as most humans have, this ego desire to be accepted, to be of service, to be loved for who they are in truth, which is what you strive to be. But at times, in your honesty, it was triggering to others, similar to what many of you have experienced at these times now, that as you have clarified your consciousness, as you've listened to the divine within you and have expressed it authentically to others, that at times, if they are not ready to receive this information, that they may react harshly towards you. And at that time, it was no different than now, that there are various levels of conscious awareness on your human plane of existence. And some may resonate with your energy, with your words, which are a form of energy, and as some may not. And this is something that weighed heavily upon you, but this was by returning to this place of familiarity. It was a purging, a releasing of this energy that weighed upon your heart, of accepting what was and what is, accepting that it is okay to be your authentic self, to speak in truth, to express your divine voice without restriction, and to stay in alignment with your truth, yet have compassion for others that may not be where you are upon your path. Does this make sense?
Yes, yes, it does. Joan is just asking if we have any messages for her or any guidance.
I guess that would be my question too.
There you go, right?
Good question, Joan.
Message for Temple, message for Joan. Any guidance that you have for them?
Okay, let's see, for Joan. Continue to expand and share your heart energies with the world, for this is part of your gifts. Part of your many gifts is your joy, your laughter, your good humor, your love that just flows from your heart to everyone you meet, that they can feel this from you, that they feel drawn to you, feel connected to you in this way, and you help to light up their day, light their path by you just being yourself, and continue to bring your joy to every situation. Continue to help uplift those that may be at a lower vibration, maybe downtrodden, maybe challenged by their daily existence. But you are there to lift their load, not to weigh yourself down, but to just bring the light, bring the love, bring the laughter, to lighten, to dissolve whatever is weighing upon them. That this is part of your main purpose. And you know this, you know that your great heart is here for this reason, to help raise the human collective consciousness through your example, through your embodiment of these energies, through raising your own consciousness and awareness, and expanding it outwards to share with whomever crosses your path. That is my message for you, dear Joan. And for you, Temple. What was that?
She may have just been saying thank you.
Oh, yes. You are welcome. Now for you, dear Temple. You are a powerhouse of energies. Your knowledge of sacred geometry, of alchemy. You are here to illuminate the darkness, illuminate the areas of dense energies on the planet, of clearing of these places that need your light, that need you to call in the light of Source Creator and anchor in these energies to transform, to transmute, to clear, to raise the vibration of these areas of the planet that you are called to attend to. That this is part of your complex mission, your intense mission at times, but you have a softer side as well. You have such great love for Gaia, love for all of her inhabitants, love for everyone here, and that you bring such purity of service, purity of intention, and focus and dedication to this work that you are called to do. So do not stop now, for you are on a roll. You are succeeding in a multitude of ways, in greater ways than you know, beyond your understandings, as it extends out into the galactic realms. There are many galactic beings assisting you that are aware of this purpose of yours and are there to attend to whatever you need from them, that are there to lend their strength and protection to your important missions at this time. For you are helping to transform the energies of the planet. You're helping to lift the heaviness, lift the densities, raise up the vibration of the collective that are here. I'm feeling the power of your soul is immense and it extends far beyond your human reckoning. It goes out beyond this planet, out into the universe. It is felt by many, including us, the Farrok. So give yourself a pat on the back once in a while. Acknowledge that you are doing a good job, as they say. Continue to keep up the good work. And that there are many here to support you. That we extend our love and gratitude to you for being here at this time.
Thank you. That made me cry. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. Oh yes, we always feel your energy temple when you're with us. Yes, power, strength, and tenderness, really wrapped up in this beautiful little physical being that we get to call our friend.
Thank you.
I have a couple questions. Greetings, greetings.
Greetings.
So is some of this clearing energy that I've been doing, been working with integrating fire, because almost early on with all that yawning I was doing, I started writing, I am the fire, the spirit of fire. I come to clear you, transmute these old energies. Was that from you? Or the collective, the Farrok?
Yes, you were sensing that we were present, that we would be coming, but also the
My
fire,
connection to you.
your connection to the fire dragons, or the solar dragons in particular, that you were feeling some of the heat from them, but also
Beautiful.
from us. Yes.
Beautiful. Now, today I channeled a light being whose light language I do not recall speaking before. I tried to tap into what energy that was. Are you able to provide who I was connecting with?
One moment. Getting the Naga.
Okay, that is a first for me. What is my relationship to the Naga?
Getting sister. That you are a sister to the particular being that was speaking through you from the Naga. Let me see if I can obtain their name. She said, you may call me Starlight. You may call her Starlight.
Does she want to tell me
As,
who I was called as a sister?
she said her real name's somewhat hard to pronounce.
I was going to say, I know that her name is more, I was just getting ready to say her name is probably too difficult
said you can-
to the sounds. Yeah.
Let's see what your name. Getting Alina. Like Elena. Alina.
Okay. Thank you. Why is she coming to me at this time?
Your light has illuminated sufficiently enough for our connection.
Okay. Thank you. I will look
So
into that more.
Continue to explore this.
Thank you. And then I've been getting dreams of under construction. And the last part that I remember was this white cubby hole of putting my things in. It was supposed to be a locker. And I'm like, okay, how is this a locker if it's wide open? How am I putting my things in this wide open locker? And then I could see this fence, and this fence had like some wooden beams kind of laying on it. And there were like, I don't know, like a group of, I want to call them teenagers, maybe 5, 6 beings that were kind of sitting in the way, but they were like kind of on the ground and their feet were like in this dipped hole. And then a guy came over and he started to carry the lumber because I was like, don't you guys need to move? Like this is construction or something like that. And the guy came over with his beams of wood and he started to move the wood toward them and said, this is how you do it. And so they all got up and left after he kind of like came through with these partially constructed beams that maybe were getting ready to be raised. So was that symbolism for old being energies to like move off, and this new construction has to do with my light body?
It is representative of releasing old attachments, old people, things that are somewhat in your way from what you are trying to accomplish, what you're trying to build in your life, as far as what you are trying to grow with your new expansion that you've experienced recently. That is what this construction represent, is that you want to continue to build upon these energies that you've recently experienced and continue to grow them, continue to apply them in your life, in your spiritual energetic work, in your healing practices, in your services to others, and that you do not want anything, I guess, of an older energetic nature to hinder you, to stand in your way of this. Any limiting beliefs of others that are expressed to you, that you want to just set those aside so that you can continue evolving yourself, evolving your structure in your path forward as far as what you wish to create with your service to humanity and your enlightenment process, in your continued expansion and connecting to others, connecting your energies to others, continue to grow it and build it in greater and greater ways, using your creative power without others getting in your way or others' input that is not in alignment with your path forward, that you wish to be an example for them, not to push them aside, but just to not necessarily tell them what it is that you know about yourself and your reality, but to show them this is how it's done. This is how you create. This is how you manifest what it is that you wish, without any limiting beliefs about it. And so you do this with compassion, with love for others in your life that may not understand you. And this is all good. But then at the same time, not allowing what others say hinder you in any way. For you know the direction you are headed. You know the path that you are on. And you aren't willing to allow anyone or anything to stop you. as you continue to grow and expand upon your journey.
Got it. Beautiful. So that's excellent. My guide team is doing a really good job of giving me those messages.
Yes.
Or maybe it's my own higher self telling me what I'm doing. And then, so this ship, so this message from the retreat that we were recently on with the triangles that I saw right before I went into my sleep. And then the message that I received with the image of, so these two flashing images that I received, the one was the, you know, I call it the geometric art that looked like triangle shapes that had different colors that we talked about earlier. And then also with the computers, this, you know, big bank of computers. Where was I at? Are those two different places or the same? Is this the same ship?
It is the same ship that you were working on technology related to the Stargates. Similar to this one who does the same type of work as far as, in a sense, in your understanding, programming DNA into the system, the DNA of individuals that wish to travel between Stargates, that you program it into the computer, the system. It is more of an energetic structure at that higher level of understanding, and that it allows the energetic propulsion to occur, this transmission between point A to point B, between Stargates, through the dissolution of the atomic structure of the individual and the restructuring at the other end, that you set up the so-called coding, DNA coding, to allow this to occur.
Okay, that makes sense. And then earlier I was feeling all of a sudden like a stab in my right hip. And it jarred me a little bit, and I was kind of like, thankfully off mic and camera, I think, at the time, because I kind of called out in pain. Was that a release or was that a connection?
Yeah, it was an anchoring in of energies, that you were receiving energies. But it was anchoring it into your sacral region, as far as not anything negative. I feel it was like a energetic support from your guides. It was something that they wanted you to be aware of. So it wasn't necessarily meant to be painful, but more to get your attention.
Oh, it got my attention.
Yes, that it's now that you've released a lot in your recent retreats in that region of the sacral chakra, that they are bringing in new energies to assist your creative expression for the work that you will be doing, as this area is a seat
Is that why I had that
seat
new
of
baby?
creativity, of your creativity and its energy to support what you wish to create moving forward.
Is that why I had that dream with the baby that was handed to me? And then with that child, I spoke to it and then it spoke back to me.
Yeah, that is representative of your creative projects or what will come to you. That it is about listening to what speaks to you, what speaks to your creative inclinations, and allowing that interaction to evolve your creations by connecting into that divine communication within you, that spiritual muse, your spiritual messages, but it's like communicating with what it is that you wish to create and letting it inform you as you create it. It is similar to that. Would be I guess
That makes sense to me. Yes.
a good comparison.
Yes, that that is very cool. Okay, let's end this off with a very saucy question. What is the energy, aside from beautiful bliss, of Kundalini orgasm? I take it it's in the methodology of creative processes.
It is the rising of the coil of the serpent, rising and expanding the Kundalini energies within you, that is felt as an orgasmic state, but it is the rising and expanding of energies in this, similar to the release of the coil of the snake, the propulsion of energies from a static state into an active one, that this sudden expansion, this powerful expansion of energies, is felt as orgasmic, but it is the rising or movement of a wave within your energetic field, a releasement, an expansion. It is hard to put into human terms what this actually is in the sense of what is occurring, but it is, yes, an expansion of energies that starts from the roots, moves up through the sacral, through the solar plexus, up through your chakra system, expanding as a wave of energy moving through you. And that it's like an expansion of your creative power within you, that is similar to those energies of a sexual nature, as are also creative, that it is an expansion of your creative energies, such as when you create new life, through birthing a new life form, or through the creation of a new life form, I should say, that it's this outpouring of energy that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel the vibrancy of existence within every cell of your being, your creative connection to source that is flowing through you, that you feel within every cell. And this is part of your divine nature that is often restricted, or you are told not to trust, because it is your creative power, the power that creates worlds, the power that creates your own reality. And when it is fully unleashed in a Kundalini rising within you, these Kundalini energies rising within you, or through sexual connections at the highest level, through other creative expressions, such as through art or creative projects where you feel truly alive, that this Kundalini expression is of that same vein, that same nature, that is, I guess, the best I can express
Very,
it to you at this time.
very good. It's, yeah, it resonates. Yeah, that creative expression is very, it's very exciting. And of course, the bliss that comes along with it, is, it brings you definitely, a peace about it. And there totally is that you can feel the energy just completely building around you. So I get the sense that that energy has to go somewhere, especially as a creator being, right? So, so I will not keep you any longer. And this group, I think, has got their questions done. So I appreciate the time that you've been here, and all of the help that you've done with helping to clear our energies this evening as well. The Farrok are most welcome to join us at any time, and I'll look forward to connecting with you in my meditations as well.
Yes.
Working with fire alchemy.
Yes, I will close with a blessing
Thank you.
as I exit. So thank you for having us, I should say, as a Farrok. Tia su sia sikuta ya itu ya sku he sia hi si kutia ya tia tu ya kia ku tia kututa ya he si kutu sia ku si kia ya ti ku ya tia ya ku he sia eu tu si ku ti taia hia te a ko taia ye ka e utu hai sia hia ya su ka ya ti taia ko taia hia ti ku te ye sika ya tu tu te ye ka ya tu a he sia ko te hia ku ko a hi ka ya tu tu ya te ya kia siki Kia zio kia tukutu ya kia siki tukuta ya hia tia yoto kia tika Ia sukuta ya sukuta ya hi sukua ya te ya kaya tuta ya kia te tu si Kia sia kia tuta kia kaya tu te ya si kia tu ya te ya kia tukuta ya si Kia sia ya ka tiki ya ruku I burn off the dross from your being sikaya ti Kia sia ya sikia tukutu ya sikia ya sia kia ya kuta ya sikia Hia sia la le kuto taia ia te rauko taia hia ia kuto ia rea tia rea ke tia le kuto rea ke tia rea ki rea kuto rea rea ke le kuto rea li tia ruko ia i te rea ki tu hai rea ki a rauko te rea ki rea tuko rea le ki le kuto rea le ki a rauko te ia le te ia sike le rea ki le roto le ki le kuto le ki le ki kuta ia Hazia ruka daya ili kiria ya kiria kuto daya ke kuto dai te le kuto dai ke ne to kuta ya yo ko ya ti hazia kiria te le tuto dai ke te le kuto ya daya ya kita le kita kuto daya to ko hazia ke ya to le ti ya kuto ti ya ke kuto dai sika yo kuta ya ne ke te ti dai ki ya Hazia ke ayokua, hita ayokua, sia ki, hayayita, hi kutayaetia, kutarayetia, hi tua, hi hazia kage, si kayatea, sukutita, hitia, o saya yakua, hietaya kaya, tutia. Blessings.
Blessings indeed. Wow, it's been a lot of energy here this evening. It continues to surround me, taking me in and out of quantum fields.
My neck
Wonderful
is just
channeling.
my neck is vibrating pretty strongly. That angel chakra.
Oh yeah. Do you want to pause a minute?
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
love
that was some intense energy. For
That
sure.
was intense.
Ooh.
All that yawning I was doing beforehand, I was like, oh my gosh, this is such fire energy. Clearing, clearing, clearing.
Man.
Crazy.
Yeah, that light language at the end. I don't even know what that was. Like I've never heard that from them before.
Me either. That was new. I was like, oh,
So I'm like,
this
is this somebody else?
no, that
Like,
was
what is
definitely
this
them.
light language? Unless it was some sort of chanting that they do that I'm not aware of. But I've never spoken light language like that before.
Like that before. I know. It's exciting
Like
to see.
it was like
Because
them
of your
that's it.
expanded
I mean, I was
expanded
sensing it was
vibration level and your ability to bring through those vibrations at
yeah.
different frequencies, you know? It's cool.
I mean, I still felt like it was them, but it's yeah, like maybe the recent expansion we've been going under with this retreat that we were on, like yeah, maybe like you said, I'm
Yeah.
able to bring in these other aspects of them, you know, these different vibrations and yeah. So maybe that was just like some sort of chanting blessing that they were doing. I was
It's
like,
very fun.
I was like, this is different. Yeah. But hopefully that was beneficial to everyone, or hopefully the messages were good and
Yeah,
everyone enjoyed
definitely.
having them. So, all right.
All right. Many blessings. Thank you to everybody who's watched today.
Yes, thank you.